The sideline events for President Bola Tinubu in New York were getting to the climax as he visited the global governing body's helmsman. It was going to be another meeting of frank talk as President Tinubu again bore his mind on perceived injustice to African nations. The Nigerian leader noted that the United Nations must transform from being one of the world's foremost talk shops to discuss global issues into becoming the world's foremost action coordination center, saying that a situation in which 70% of resources being devoted to the world's poorest countries are being spent and sent back out on overheads and administrative costs will defeat the purpose and objectives of the organization where help is needed most. He believes that poverty ravaging Africa and the question of security and counter-terrorism requires nations to work in close and effective synergy. The president said Nigeria will no longer shy away from confronting the enemies on its land. As he said, he fought and was detained for democracy and is now determined as president to prove that democracy can provide the development that the nation and the continent so urgently demands. And Antonio Guterres emphasized that the UN system is in the process of real reform that will largely address some of the institutional lack of decision-making power for the developing world, on whose behalf more than 75% of UN resources are accrued. The UN Secretary-General further assured President Tinubu of the fullest support of the border system for ECOWAS in light of a series of military coups which have occurred in the West African sub-region in the past few months and years. The Nigerian leader also stopped by at the office of his Nigerian sister and Deputy Secretary-General of the UN, Amina Mohammed.
God bless you.
Earlier, the president was at the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotation Stock Markets Nasdaq office, an American stock exchange based in New York City. The U.S. African Business Center of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce hosted the Nigerian leader. Not just as the president, his track record as Lagos State Governor went ahead of him.
He was named the best governor in Nigeria by the Nigerian-Belgian Chamber of Commerce, as well as receiving several other awards. Congratulations.
Again, an opportunity used to a maximum advantage as the Chief Marketing Officer of Nigeria projects his country's readiness for business.
There's an immense opportunity in Nigeria that you can invest your money without fear. We've removed a lot of bottlenecks. You are free to take in your money and bring out your money. I count on you to invest in Nigeria.
And here, at the Nasdaq market site in Times Square, the honor does not come bigger than performing the iconic bell-ringing ceremony.
We're here to acknowledge the significant strides that the capital markets have made since President Bola Tinubu became president. For people who observe our capital markets, we have seen, market performance very strong. Investors have reacted very strongly to the policy changes that he has implemented.
So we are here, we are discussing, we are going to see how we can get investors to come and support Nigeria and support the initiative of His Excellency Mr. President. I think it is an exciting moment.
The ceremony symbolizes the significance of economic ties between the United States of America and Nigeria. From New York, Musbao and Wahab, NT News.